As much as I did not enjoy the being ushered out yesterday by security, I think in retrospect that they thought I was a fan just doing who knows what. Although that being said, I don't know why they would think. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The one thing that I did enjoy was the benefit of yesterday's video probably being the most efficient I have been with any of these videos, and I would like to think that given the circumstances of having two security guards looking right at me, that I did rise to the occasion. And someone that we saw rise to the occasion today as the Giants beat the A's 7-3 was Hayden Birdsong. Birdsong obviously is in the mix for the fifth spot in the Giants rotation along with Kyle Harrison and Landon Roop. We'll get to the both of them in a second. But against the Oakland A's, well, the team formerly known as the Oakland A's, he throws 5 scoreless innings, allows just 2 hits, both of which were harmless singles, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. His ERA in Cactus League play is now 0.75, 18 strikeouts, 12 innings, no walks. And we've talked a lot about how the walks are going to be a big thing for him going forward. That's a B right there. Did not enjoy that. But after walking, I think it was 13.7% of the batters he faced last year, which would have been the worst mark in all of baseball if he qualified. He has walked no batters in Cactus League play. If you want to include the start that he had over at Papago Park, it's still only 1 walk this entire spring. Something that's just been a very encouraging development for him, especially as he's trying to win this spot in the rotation. The other member of that 5th starter competition going today, of course, being Kyle Harrison. Not the best results in the world. 3 innings, 3 runs, 4 strikeouts, no walks. He allowed a 2-run homer. But the most encouraging development of his outing today was the fact that his velocity had noticeably ticked up. At the beginning of Cactus League play, when he first started making appearances, that velocity was in the low 90s, 90, 91, 92. Today it was more so in the 92, 94 mile per hour range, a lot more 93s and 94s compared to 92s, and he even hit 95 mile per hour a couple times. And one thing that I believe I'd mentioned in previous videos was that velocity dip was due in large part to him losing weight right at the beginning of camp. That ended up with him being behind the other starters. I want to say Birdsong, or rather Roop, made his first start on February 22nd. Birdsong made his first appearance on February 23rd, whereas Harrison didn't make his first appearance until February 23rd, or rather February 28th. He's been able to regain that weight. He was down as low as 207. Now he's more so in the 220 range, a lot of protein to ensure that he gets back in that range, which, putting on that weight, not exactly the easiest thing to do when you're out here performing. But that is worth noting. The fact that he started late is worth noting, because when we asked manager Bob Melvin after today's game if Harrison had enough time to build up, Melvin kind of tipped his hand as far as where this 5th battle in the rotation might be going, saying that it might be a little tricky. I'll put the entire quote up here, but it might be a little tricky for Harrison to fully build up after he started a week late compared to the other starters, specifically Birdsong and Roop, which means that if that's the case, if Harrison isn't going to have enough time, he's probably going to have one more outing here in Cactus League play or exhibition play, regardless of what it is. But if that is the case where Harrison does not have enough time to get fully built up, that means this is going to be down to Roop and Birdsong. And if it's down to Roop and Birdsong, if we're going solely by performance, it's probably going to lean towards being Birdsong. I mentioned the numbers, .75 ERA, the 18 strikeouts, the 12 innings pitch. Roop has had a great spring of his own, along with his Cactus League stats, which I want to say it's a 3.75 ERA. He's only walked 1 batter, I want to say 12 or 14 strikeouts. He obviously had that 13 strikeout performance the other day. Yes, it was against Colorado Rockies minor league hitters, but that being said, being able to strike out 9 batters in a row against any professionals, that is impressive in and of itself and shouldn't be just swept under the rug as, oh, it was just minor leaguers. But this is going to be something that goes down to the final week. I don't think we're going to get an answer until, honestly, we're in San Francisco for the exhibitions, or if not, just in Cincinnati in and of itself, and we'll see just kind of who's on that roster and who makes the trip to Cincinnati. But at this point in time, it wouldn't be shocking, given the setback that Harrison experienced with the illness, if Harrison ends up beginning the season with AAA Sacramento with Birdsong in the rotation. And with Roop, kind of depends. Is he going to be in the bullpen? Is he going to be a starter with AAA Sacramento? who knows at this point in time? It's really going to be interesting to see how that develops. As far as the game itself, aside from Birdsong and Harrison, Willy Adames, Wilmer Flores, and Max Stassi all homered. For Willy Adames, that's his third homer of the spring. For Flores and Stassi, that is their second homers of the spring. And Lou Trevino pitched a scoreless inning as well. He is up to 7 1/3 scoreless innings this spring with 7 strikeouts. I have been talking a lot about Trevino in recent days, but he's been pitching a lot in recent days. I had him part of the opening day roster when I did the roster projection. I guess it would have been 2 weeks ago at this point. And given how well he's pitched, given he's someone that Bob Melvin trusts and has trusted in the past, I do think that is a very strong possibility that he is going to be on the opening day roster come March 27th.